are the Unbounded. The streets of Shatter Bay are ours. We are shattered glass and fractured concrete. Metal grinding metal. We are lawless.
The Ridge Racer series has gone through almost countless iterations, and it kind of seems like every new Sony console has to be launched with the Ridge Racer. It's kind of a tradition. But this time around, the new Ridge Racer has actually not been developed by Namco Bandai themselves, but by Finnish Bugbear. And you've seen the game.
Yes.
So is there immediately something different about it because it's a new developer?
Yes, it immediately feels like a Bugbear game. We should remember that Bugbear made the Flat Out series.
Really like arcadey rally series and just good fun.
Yeah, stunts and destroy things and so on. And they, of course, used part of this concept they used in the past and put it into this Ridge Racer game.
You have to explain that to me. How does that work?
It's quite peculiar because all the game is based on getting more and more speed, and to get speed you have to destroy things. Basically, destroying things gives you a power boost. You activate the boost, and the boost will make your car invincible for a short while. So when you are invincible, you can destroy other things. So the game is like a history repeating. You keep on destroying and destroying things, like hitting other cars and destroy pillars, barrels, crates, everything. We destroyed even a giant dinosaur during our race. And what can I say? It's a good game.
It kind of makes it sound like it's inspired by Burnout as well.
Yes, it's. We immediately thought that it was something like Burnout, but it's even more arcade than Burnout, because in Burnout you had to improve your car and explore. There is nothing to explore, there's just to race. Race and race, get some speed, hit other cars, destroy things, get more speed, and so on. You can also get your boost by drifting, which felt like Mario Kart, because you just start your curve and hit a button and you start drifting. It's very simple.
Yeah.
But I think it's also very fun because it's very accessible. And you can also get some speed by following the other players on their tail.
Yeah.
You just stay behind there, you get your power boost, and then you activate when you are like 5 or 6 meters from them, so you can hit them. And you know,
sounds like DRS from Formula 1, but go on. Cool.
Okay. And then there's something very new, a very new thing in the game, which is the racing editor. You can edit everything in the game. You can edit your trucks. And that's a very new thing. I mean, they called it the city creator, because you can in fact create a city.
So let me just get this straight. Is it like a level editor?
Yes, it's a level editor. It's an editor for your trucks. But it works in a different way, because it's not like Trackmania, where you place a piece of road and then another piece of road and so on. You place blocks of a city. You can, for example, choose the Chinatown and find the blocks which has a long way, or the blocks which has a lot of curves, a chicane or something like that. And you place it, you create a circuit, and you can make a new racing circuit in less than a minute. That when they told us, I immediately thought that's impossible. Usually when you create something in every game, it takes many minutes to do so. This time, in 1 minute, I created a nice racing circuit. And it was really nice, because the passage between one block and the other was so smooth that I didn't even notice that I was entering a new part of the...
So you are actually able to combine different themes?
Yes. For example, I started with downtown, then a Chinatown, then an economic center like Wall Street, and then again Chinatown, and it felt so smooth, so perfect.
Okay.
And I felt really impressed about it. And also that's a basic level editor. Then there's also an advanced editor which allows you to place, for example, ramps and exploding barrels and other things inside your track. Of course, you can share everything online, and the developers told us that they've already received a lot of tracks by the press events. So people are actually making new tracks, even in those very short press events. And they also said that they received some tracks with strange shapes. I'm not saying which kind of shapes, but you can imagine. And well, that was a nice addiction, and I really hope that people will use that, because we will have infinite tracks to race.
It kind of sounds like what Trackmania is doing, just in an even simpler way.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. It's the same idea, but more accessible.
So it sounds like Bugbear has really figured out what makes a ridge racer, but also implemented a lot of their own ideas.
Yes.
But how good do you think it is as a pure racer?
Well, you have to be in the good mood. Because if you are in the mood for a total arcade experience, that will be a good game. If you're looking for something that takes consideration of simulation, it's impossible, because it's not that kind of game. You won't ever find a simulation in a Ridge Racer game, especially in this one. So, as I said, you have to be in the right mood to play it. I'm pretty sure that some other colleague here at Game Reactor, especially in Sweden, will say that this game is wrong, and he will be probably right. But if you are taking this game as a pure arcade game, that will be nice.